INCHIE A day 54, I think. Yes, it is day 54. So I went for coffee with my girlfriend, and we had so much fun. And I just thought I have my Starbucks logo and just some printed ephemera paper. So I'm going to glue that down and just kind of do a little bit of a mixed media, but making sure that I can include the Starbucks logo. We used to go to a place called, whoa, that was too much, Second Cup, but they are no longer in our area, so we loved it. It was just like Starbucks, same kind of thing, but not as busy, you know? And so now we go to Starbucks, but the important thing is that we get together and just have a wonderful visit. She's about to be a new grandma again, and yeah, you just share all your family news. It's so fun. And even though we were there for a couple hours, we still didn't cover everything. But it's always, I just love the feeling after I go out with one of my girlfriends and have a good heart to heart. It's so wonderful. Okay, so I've simply put this little printed paper as my background. Just some randomness. And then I'm going to see how I can take apart this. I use these little Starbucks sleeves. You can cut them open and then make really cool books out of them. I love this one. It says crafted by hand and by heart. Ooh, I like this part where it's got decaf, milk, custom, syrup. See? So what do I want? I think I'll just use the Starbucks logo lady. See if I can dismantle her without too much damage to her. So it's corrugated cardboard, as you know, and there's just a layer of paper over top of it. So I'm going to try to peel it off without damaging her. So while I was dismantling her, which worked out fine, I thought, let me look up the Starbucks logo and what exactly is this? Because I have a t-shirt, and it's kind of a hippie shirt. It has the identical logo on it, which is so bizarre. But anyway, because Starbucks was named after a nautical figure in the sea, they wanted an image that looked kind of like a nautical fictional person. And so they found this image of this woman, and that is why they used her, which is really interesting. I don't think I'm going to use her arms, just going to use her. So it wasn't really any mystical reason why. They looked up in a book and found her. So I'm cutting off those arms that look like she's holding a piece of fish. So I'm just going to kind of put her like that once I trim off that green part. And just get her all trimmed up. There. Just like so. So I'm going to glue her on like that, or maybe I'll even glue her at an angle, because it'll sit up like that. Yeah, I think I'll glue her on sideways. Of the corrugated cardboard that's still here, or here's a thinner piece. Just a teeny piece. Just to still kind of semblance of the coffee cup. Let's stick it right in there. Just to give a tiny little semblance of layering. Just Just adding glue. Whoa. Okay. Just right up in there. And I'll trim it off. This is the other piece of the cardboard in that little corner. And then I'm just going to take some transparent yellow oxide paint, just a tiny dab. Whoa, that's way more than a tiny dab. I hate wasting paint, you know. I'm going to wet it. And then just kind of roughly, especially where the cardboard is, kind of go over it a little bit. Not all over, just a wee bit. And I'm going to rub it in with my fingers. There. And then I'm going to take some vintage photo. I might use a little, I think I have a small vintage photo, which would be much more helpful. Yes, I do. One length. So, these come in so handy when you're doing smaller projects. And I'm just going to ink it a bit. And a little bit on her there. There we go. And I will ink her around with the black. So here's my INCHIE for today. Just a little nod to the Starbucks lady, who was named after a nautical character. And just a little remembrance for me when I look back on this is, oh yeah, that's the day we went out for coffee. One of the many days, because I'm sure in this whole year we're going to go more than once. So yeah, that's that one. And then for Richard's INCHIE today, he did this one. The big questions: life, death, suffering. And I asked him what he meant by that. Are those the big questions in life? Life, death, suffering? Or are those the hard questions? I didn't get it, because for me it would be life, death, pain, suffering, happiness, health. But maybe he was talking more about just the difficult questions instead of the big questions. So anyway, that's his. We can have this big, long philosophical discussion about these little tiny INCHIEs. Quite funny. So there are our INCHIEs for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.